The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed in this podcast are the content creator's own and do not represent the views, thoughts, and opinions of Essex County College. The material and information presented here is for entertainment and informative purposes only. It should not be considered as professional advice or a substitute for seeking professional guidance.
What's going on, folks? Welcome back to the Digital Outcast. Isaiah's back after how many episodes you haven't been on?
Hi guys.
Like what, 2 or 3 episodes, I think?
Feels like 50.
Feels like 50. It probably has been like a couple episodes, actually, like 5 that you haven't been on. No, you were on, I actually don't remember.
It's been like 49 years.
No, you were on the one right before my solo one, I think. And then there was like 3 beforehand that you weren't on. Yeah, it was probably like a couple episodes you haven't been on.
I was catching my Z's, brother. I was catching my Z's.
Yes, you were. I was also going through a lot of stuff. Anyways, so I met up with Isaiah in the hallway, I think, right? And he had this interesting story to tell me, man. It was so, I'm not going to say it was funny, but it is kind of crazy that it happened. Want to take it away?
Y'all, I swear, I'm in an empty classroom, minding my business, watching YouTube, all that. I go to the bathroom, I come out the bathroom, and then all of a sudden, I see like 3 police officers and some paramedics walk right by me, go into a classroom. But yeah, because I hear 2 teachers outside the classroom saying, "Hey, she's in here, she passed out." I was like, oh shoot, what happened? I'm nosy. Let me get the tea.
The tea.
No, because I was so curious. I'm like, who passed out? I walk by the door. Poor girl's laid out on the floor. I'm like, Dag, what happened? I was like, what happened? You know what? Wait.
It was probably like an underlying condition she had. Like she was probably like she already has something.
That's literally what I was trying to figure out. Because I'm like, because I was like, was this some condition? Like, does she not eat enough? Not because I'm like, does this happen often?
Does this happen often?
Not because
maybe it was like a seizure. Because when you have seizures, sometimes you pass out like that too.
Yeah.
Or stress, to be honest.
And to be honest, it's like, and honestly, I know it wasn't any of my business, but I'm just like, it's just still sad to see. So the entire time I was like, I hope she's okay.
Well, that's crazy. In a similar experience, it's not the same thing because what happened to that girl? It was obviously like a medical condition. What I saw one day, and I think, well, I'll just explain what happened. But I was basically on the way to the parking lot on the elevator to the 4th floor. As soon as I get out the elevator, some girl is strapped to a chair, and 2 huge police officers behind her. And I was like, what is going on? And like Isaiah said, like, nobody's trying to be nosy either, but you get off the elevator, you see that, and you're just like, what is going on? And they even told me too, like, oh, move along, nothing to see here. I'm like, nothing.
Shoot, my bad. Sheesh.
I'm like, it's right in front of my face. I can't help it.
Like, I'm gonna wonder. I'm not gonna stop and stare. Like,
right. I mean, it's not like I'm interrogating myself. What's going on? Like, no. But I pull out the elevator, and the first thing I see is that, which is kind of crazy. I know it's not the same situation, but it is crazy that it happens often. Like that sort of thing happens often around here. Kind of gets me worried, to be honest, about the school.
that would have been in my mind for like a good 4 minutes, honestly, as I'm walking. That would have been on my mind. Like,
it was on my mind. Like, I was wondering, because I'm not going to lie, like, God forgive me, this girl looked diabolical. The girl looked a little crazy, a little evil, and I want to know what she did. I mean, I'll never know. I'm not gonna lie, I tried to look into it online, but couldn't find anything. But the girl looked diabolical. Like, she had like that stare too, like that creepy stare with the eyebrows.
oh yeah, she might have been on something.
Probably.
You know,
we won't mention what, but you know. But that was crazy. But no, in your situation, not your situation, but what you saw, I think the girl was probably stressed or something. Cause stress,
I can relate, honestly.
if you're stressed enough, trust me, that those type of things can happen.
Yo, no disrespect to the girl, but I'm like, yeah, no, because I'm sorry. Wait, no disrespect to the girl, but me and my good friend here, David, we were making jokes like, man, if I was stressed like that, I would pass out too. I'm like, I'm done for the day. Take me out of here, guards. Take me out of here, please. Take me out of here, security.
I even told them too, like, if I was that stressed too, I'd unplug too. Like, you know what?
I'm done, bro.
I'm out. Turn off all my motor functions. I'm gone.
Carry me out on the stretcher, please.
On the stretcher is crazy.
I'm done, yo.
On the stretcher is crazy. No, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. My first few semesters here, I was pretty stressed. Like the classes I had to take, it was mostly like science and biology classes. Forget about it. I wanted to run into a wall basically at this point because it was so bad. I was so stressed, and it was the science, and I couldn't pass one freaking algebra class. Like, I was so bad at algebra, I couldn't pass it. I finally passed it, but I couldn't.
It's algebra, bro. Trust me, everyone struggles with it.
I could not, man. I was so stressed. And then finally, like, no, if I didn't change my major, I probably would have passed out too. But I changed my major, and things got a little smooth sailing, you know, from then. But, yeah, it was pretty bad, my first few semesters here.
My first semester, I took like 2 classes, but because the thing is, I decided on just 2 because I just got out of high school. College was like such a new experience to me. I did not want to stress myself out.
Wait, but how were you able to take 2? You had to, financial aid only covers if you have a full schedule, right? No.
To be honest, I don't think so. Because I don't think so. I don't think so because thing is, I got rejected at first, but but I went to the financial office and they were able to fix it, and I got it. So I'm pretty sure if you take more than 1 class, then financially covers it.
So how did you get it then?
Because wait, as long as you're taking more than 1 class, you should be good. As long as you're taking more than 1 class, because I was a part-time student in my first semester, but now I'm a full-time.
I guess. Okay, I guess that makes sense. I don't know. Because from what I heard is that you have to take like 16 credits. No, not even 16. Like 12 credits max to be a full-time student to get financial aid. That's what I've heard. But I don't know. If you made it work, you made it work, I guess.
I'm not questioning it.
I don't get financial aid no more, so.
You would if you would sign up. If you would sign a certain form. But I'm just saying.
I don't want to sign that form because I don't want to explain myself either.
You don't have to. You just have to write a letter. That's it, brother.
I'll figure it out, man. Whenever I have 1 more academic year to go, so I'll see what I do.
I really hope that bartending license, that bartending job pays. Bartending license.
You're funny.
I'm not trying to be funny. I'm being honest. I really hope it pays good. Like for real, for real.
You trying to throw shade? You trying to be shady? You trying to say I'm going to be stuck as a bartender forever?
Whatever you say, David. Whatever you say. Sure.
I would love to, but no. Anyways. Yeah, this school is getting a little scary to me.
Honestly, this is gonna sound so bad to say, but I'm just like desensitized to it. Yeah, because I'm like, whatever happens. Because I'm still gonna react. Like to the girl passing out. I'm still gonna react, but at the end of the day, I'm just like, Mom, Dad, just a regular day at school. Someone passed out on the floor.
It was just another day. That's crazy to say, actually. Just another day.
Honestly, it is. I feel like this is a bad thing, but
you'll be all right, man. I mean, we all have our thoughts on the situation. You know what I mean? So we're just getting them out there. It's all right. But yeah, what time is it, by the way? Hold on, cut this out.
Oh, 3:30.
Oh snap! That was fast. All right, we'll go on for another 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah, son, I don't know what to talk about. So little time we have left.
Talk about whatever you want. Not cause like. Oh wait.
If you bring up anime one more time, I'm killing you.
Huh?
If you bring up anime, I'm gonna kill you. We've talked about that every time you've been on.
Why not? You talk about anime every other time.
Huh? Oh, well, that's us on our own time.
That soul leveling episode, guys?
I haven't seen any recent episodes. I've been missing out on everything. I haven't caught up with anything.
Jinwoo be or farming. You could be dying. You could be about to die horribly.
Jinwoo or Jinsiwoo?
Jinwoo.
Is Jinwoo?
Yeah, Sung Jinwoo.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking. Okay, never mind.
You could be about to die horribly on the floor, and Sung Jinwoo is just in the back saying like, No, not yet. I can't come in yet. I gotta have the coldest entrance.
Yo, speaking of solo leveling, I was talking to a couple of other friends about this. I think I've mentioned to you a couple times.
So you're cheating on me?
Isaiah, shut up.
I thought anime was our thing.
Anyways.
Now he's shutting me up.
Now he's shutting me up. Stop doing that. Anyways, so I was talking, you as well, I guess. But I was talking to a couple other people about this too, and I was like, I think it'd be cool to make my own like little webcomic series. Because I already have a script done. And I figured if I could make that into a nice little webcomic, I think it'd do good. It's very, superhero-ish, supernatural-ish, people like that kind of stuff. So.
Is it going to have voices with guns?
What?
Is it gonna have wizards with guns?
Wizards with guns?
No. You can't lie. That would be a bomb idea. That would be a fire idea.
Yeah, you can do that for your comic, for your podcast, not my.
He never listened to anything I gotta say.
No, I mean, okay, I guess it's a cool idea, but
just say it's a bad idea.
You came up with it, so you expand on it. You come back to me, and I'll tell you what I think.
But I'm so lazy. I want you to do all the work so I can take all the credit.
No. First of all, I'm struggling even putting mine into comic form. So for me,
Now he's being modest. Now he's taking pity on me.
I haven't even what. Anyways, he just confused the hell out of me right now. But yeah, I think that'd be cool. I think you should start your own comic too. Your own comic, web series, whatever. Webtoons, whatever.
I see. Now, because the thing is, Sonic fan, blatantly obvious. I want to write my. I want to write my own. Because the thing is, I really want to write my own story for like one of the Sonic games in the future.
You can do like an OG character, like your own story, but based on the Sonic universe.
Yeah, like David the Badger.
Why am I a badger?
I don't know. It's the first thing that comes to my mind. It describes you perfectly.
I hate you. I'm not a badger. Anyways, I refuse to be a badger. You couldn't pick a cooler animal, like a bear.
An anteater?
An anteater.
Yeah.
Really. Isaiah the Giraffe. How about that?
I love giraffes. Thank you.
Of course you do, because you can see eye to eye with them. Apparently.
So I'm a giant. Thank you. So I tower above everyone else. Yo, this man is such an amazing person. He always makes me feel good about myself. He just called me a tall, amazing person just now.
You know what's funny? Isaiah can never catch the shade. He'll take the shade and he'll turn it into his own little Delulu compliment.
No, wait. You weren't complimenting me?
Oh God, here he goes. Now he's gonna try to victim himself.
No. Wait, you weren't? Wait, did I do something wrong? I'm sorry.
Isaiah,
I'm sorry.
he always does this. He always tries to make me look like the bad guy and try
What
to
did I do?
No, you're playing some sob story now. Oh, you weren't complimenting me. You know I wasn't from the start. You know that.
No.
You were really calling me a giraffe? Yes, I was.
No, because David, I told you multiple times I love giraffes and that I would love to be reborn as a giraffe.
Multiple times.
Yes, I told you this multiple times.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
You mentioned it once.
Yeah, because I love giraffes.
No, you mentioned no, because I remember I said Isaiah the horse, and you were like horse, not even a giraffe. That's all you said. You didn't say that. You didn't necessarily mention that you like giraffes.
Which implied I love giraffes. Not because I would love to be a giraffe, bro. Just stomp over everyone that gets in my way.
What's another animal that's like long?
Pause.
Ew, pause. You could be like you remember those prehistoric dinosaurs, the one that swim underwater with the long neck?
Shoot, what was those? Wait, what was it? What were they called?
I don't remember.
What was it called?
It's Palatio something.
It started with a P.
Something like that. Like the Loch Ness Monster. Supposedly that's what people are seeing. Like it's really the Loch Ness Monster. Or no, the Loch Ness Monster is really this thing. You ever heard about that? What's your opinion on these creatures? Like Bigfoot and stuff like that.
I don't care what nobody say. They exist, bro.
Do you think they exist?
They exist. No, because the thing is, no one sees them because they don't want to be seen. I'm like, how do y'all not understand this? It's not rocket science.
Do they have the intelligence for that? You think they're smart enough to not want to be seen?
Yep. No, because I swear, those same people that don't believe they exist, they think the Earth's flat. I swear, I'm like, I can't be associated with no flat earther. I can't.
The only thing that's getting me with those things, and it's like me coming from more of like a scientific perspective, is that for these animals to exist, there has to be more than one. So if I don't see more than one Bigfoot or more than one like mermaid or dragon or whatever, then it can't exist at all to me. So if everybody's just seeing one, specifically only one of each of these creatures, then I'm just like, okay, so how are you not seeing like more than one at a time? Or how are you not seeing them like everywhere?
Maybe they went extinct. Who knows? Maybe they're an endangered species.
How are they extinct, but there's like one popping up every once in a while?
They might be an endangered species because the rest of them went extinct, or almost extinct. Almost extinct.
You think there's like one surviving of each thingy?
It can happen.
The Loch Ness, I can kind of believe. Maybe not necessarily inside that lake because that lake is kind of small, but like maybe outside of it, like in the ocean, I can kind of believe that would exist. because the ocean is big and all that. But then again, like I said, I had to see more than one of them instead of like, you know, Bigfoot. I can just chalk that up to being like a big ape, like a big like primate creature. I can see that.
I can understand that. Oh wait, hold up. Do you think aliens exist? Yes or no?
Here's the thing, right? Now that you brought that up, I do believe they exist.
Period.
I do not believe, however, that they're any smarter than us, because in all forms of media, they want to say that aliens are like that much more sophisticated and stuff. Because first of all, they keep saying that they find aliens here on Earth. The government keeps coming out with like alien news and stuff like that, and I'm like, that's clearly not true. And I don't believe if I can believe, because it's a big universe, right? It's a huge universe. It goes on endlessly, like it's forever, right?
I refuse to believe we're the only species. I refuse.
Right. I just don't believe that there can be any smarter than us, that they figured out time travel through galaxies. Not time travel, but travel in general through galaxies, through different solar systems. Because we haven't gotten that far yet. So if we haven't gotten that far yet, well, why would I believe that another species on a different planet would have gotten that far? You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I can get like time dilation, like they could be species a lot older than us, sure. But I don't know. I don't believe any other species could be that much smarter. Figure that stuff out before we do, you know?
I can't really disagree because that's the first time I ever heard that. I've ever heard that perspective. I can't really disagree.
Because it's true. Nobody talks about it. Why would another alien species be any more advanced than us for them to figure out, like, for example, because there's so many different alien species that people come up with, right? There's reptilians, there's the Anunnaki, apparently were aliens, or so on and so forth. I'm not going to get into it all, but there's so many species that came to Earth, supposedly, right? Mm-hmm. How come each one of these species discovered travel through space except us? And I'm not saying that as a privilege, like, oh, we're humans, we should know better, blah, blah, blah. But still, like, and on top of that, all these other planets are such more hostile environments. Nothing more intelligent than us isn't surviving that planet. You know, especially a lot of hostile planets out there. Sun's brighter, hotter, colder, all that stuff. You know, they can be like in a habitable zone, I guess, too. But they're not, they're not surviving that planet better than us, let alone getting off it and traveling to other planets as well, to other galaxies, I'll say.
Gag me.
That's my opinion on it, because that's what I believe. I don't believe, they could be any more greater than us or more advanced or nothing.
I really can't say anything about that because that's the first time I ever heard that.
Because nobody talks about it. Why would they be more smarter? Why would they be more intelligent? Like, they can make sense. They can't be. That's what I think. That's why, like, I can be open to the idea of aliens all day. Like, I can say they exist. I can say there's other crazy planets with crazy creatures on it. I'm never going to say that they could be any more advanced to come to this planet, from their galaxy millions of light years away. Like, that's not happening.
I really hope they stay away from this planet, though. It's not worth it. I really hope to stay away from this planet.
They wouldn't even want to show up anyway. Even if they could, why would they want to show up here?
Like, here? Earth? Yuck.
That's an argument my sister had, actually. She said that, there are smarter aliens than us, but why would they want to show up here? I'm like, I can give you that much.
Yeah, like, okay, you got that, sis,
yeah,
you got that?
I can say, maybe they just simply don't want to touch this planet. But, yeah, like I said, I don't ever think that there's a creature smarter than us out there that could do that, could travel to another planet. Or galaxies, I guess, because we've been to other planets, obviously, but in our solar system, we've never been out, like humans, out of the solar system. You ever heard of Angel Engine?
Nope.
You ever heard of Angel Engine?
Nope. Please enlighten me.
Okay, so real quick before our time runs out. So basically, there's this guy on TikTok. He created like an analog horror called Angel Engine, and the reason why I brought this up is because we're talking about like how our Earth, we're supposedly like destroying our Earth already. Mm-hmm. So he made a analog horror short on his TikTok called Angel Engine, which is basically humanity's on the brink of extinction. All the humans are suffering. And they start praying because there's no other option. Like, they're praying for it to be saved.
Not praying.
Hold on. Wait. So they're praying to be saved, right? An angel comes down and offers them solutions. Very that. The angel comes down and offers solutions. Now, mankind being greedy as they are, decide this angel has power. Let's siphon it. Let's harness it. They trap the angel, put it in what they call an angel engine, make it a slave, and siphon its power to rebuild the earth. And they do that. And the angel right now is called Uriel. They named it Uriel. Is inside just suffering, getting all his life force like sucked out of it. And these humans are just using it. These scientists are just using it to rebuild the earth new again. While the angel is inside this machine just dying. And this took a turn. But it's a very cool concept if you read it. It's on TikTok, or you could probably find it on YouTube too. It's called Angel Engine. And it's a very, very interesting concept. And I would love to talk to that creator and let me make it like into a show of sorts, an animation of sorts, like a full-on animation.
So basically, humans are dirty, rotten garbage. That's the moral of the story.
Yeah, it touches on a lot of themes. It touches on us letting our planet die out, how greedy we would be regardless, and how we look to faith as a last resort. And even when our prayers are answered, we still take advantage of it anyways. So it touches on a lot of themes. And I was like, this is actually kind of good. Like, this story is amazing. So I would love to actually like do something with that if I ever like get in touch with the creator myself.
Honestly, I don't like people, so nothing more I can say about that. Nothing I can say about that.
That's crazy. But it's a cool idea, right? Like,
it is, man. It is.
Like, I would love to do something with that.
The way I would be, because hold up. The way I'd be so hot, bro. What? I came down, because I came down for the blessed, you mortal creatures, and y'all imprison me. That's
crazy.
So disrespectful.
That's the crazy
so
thing
disrespectful.
Though. How do you look at this divine being that came from the heavens and decide, oh, we're just gonna keep it in a cage and take out its power? Like, that's crazy. Like, why would that come across your mind as this divine being is trying to save everybody?
I would rain God's divine light down upon y'all.
That's crazy. I found that so funny too. And the fact that you brought that up too, I thought about it. I'm like, right, this dude is actually trying to help, and they just capture him, and that's it. Like, but that story was interesting though. I would love to see that as a full fleshed out like series. But yeah. What time is it? Hold on.
Time to go.
Yeah, time to go. I gotta get my art. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for listening. Today was kind of a weird episode, but you know what?
Today was fun.
It was fun too. So hopefully y'all enjoyed this. We'll be back next week with some more chaos, like always.
Period.
Any last words, Isaiah?
I like turtles.
Great. Peace out, guys. See you on the next one.
This has been a production of the Essex County College Podcast Club. Copyright 2024, all rights reserved.